Marriage vows include taking care of each other in sickness and in health. And whether you have been married for many years or in a long-term relationship, the likelihood of facing illness for one of you or both of you is good. We're here today to talk with award-winning actors Jill Eikenberry and Michael Tucker about the importance of communication during that period when one of you is ill. Thank you so much for coming.
Delighted to be here.
So, Jill, we know that you've been both a caregiver, but you've also faced your own health challenges during the time of your relationship. How has your relationship changed in terms of communication over the time that you've been dealing with these issues, which has been a while?
I would say that the breast cancer diagnosis in 1986, which happened to be, incidentally, directly the same time that we started doing a TV series and became sort of, well known throughout the country. It was exactly the same time. Those two things were a catalyst for our deciding that we needed to change our priorities ultimately, and that we needed to focus more on each other, put our relationship at the top of the list instead of down there after our career and our kids and all the other things, responsibilities we had, that we needed to really focus on each other and figure out how to, be fully ourselves and fully in communication with each other.
We know how to talk to each other now. And it's amazing how little we knew how to talk to each other for maybe the first 20 years or 15, 18 years, whatever it was. Because it was easier to focus on our careers, it was easier, and we had each other, we were fine, we were a good couple, but we really didn't know each other and we really didn't know ourselves. And we work on that, every day.
Now, was there a catalytic moment, kind of this moment of realization that you had?
I had a big catalytic moment. It was a year or two after Jill's cancer. We were in the middle of shooting LA Law, and someone proposed to Jill that she partake in a documentary about surviving cancer. And it was a wonderful documentary called Destined to Live. And at one point, the director said, we'd like to interview the two of you on camera, and it was my turn, and they set up the camera in our living room. And she asked me what I went through with Jill's cancer. And I realized I had never spoken about it to Jill or to myself. It was something that I didn't feel I had the right to do. And that day, I don't know why, maybe because there was a movie camera there, and I always tell the truth when there's a movie camera, but it all came out, and I talked about my fear and my anger and all this stuff. And Jill also, then went into a much deeper exploration of herself and of mortality. And we began a long and very deep conversation about mortality. And that was cataclysmic. It was fantastic. Because once I accepted that I am going to die, I was able to love her more fully. I had always held back a little piece of my heart, just in case, and I let it go. I think that was the most important moment of my life.
Amazing. And how did you feel kind of hearing him say that for the first time?
It was hard to hear him say how he was feeling angry about it and terrified that he couldn't raise our kids on his own, and all these things that I really didn't know he felt. I mean, it was surprising, but once he talked about it, I understood it completely, and it was very important to hear that. And I think for me, one of the things, the cataclysmic moment was that I made this documentary where we interviewed over 100 women that had survived breast cancer, some famous women like Nancy Reagan and Gloria Steinem, never before and never since on the same show, and also unfamous women like my Aunt Treva, who had 40 years before, had a double radical mastectomy, that radiation that burns you, you know, and really terrible stuff. Gotten back on her tractor in Ohio, raised her 8 kids, and I never knew until I made this documentary that it was, you know, something that we shared.
So you've learned so many lessons, both of you. What, if you had one bit of advice, so if you pulled from all of that and said, okay, here's one thing I need to leave with people, what would that be?
I think the more you can be transparent with yourself and with your loved ones and with others, and even if what you have to say isn't always positive, and really share who you are and what your fears are with each other, the more everything is possible. Anything is possible.